Boom, first play of the game, touchdown.
Opening play.
Okay, friends, welcome back. Welcome to the first video shot since we have moved into the house. Today is day 3. If you're new here, my name is Brandy, and we had a house fire. Ooh, that's a big old truck. Scared me. We had a house fire. This is the chaos of my life, y'all. So we have a dump truck out front that is dumping topsoil all across our front yard because we had dumpsters that were moved about every couple weeks. So they left big dents in the landscaping. So they're dumping that today. So today is day 3 in the house. Where's it day 4? I don't know, I think today's day 3. And we're at the point where we got some things put together, but now that the unpacking and chaos has begun. We got all of our things back from the restoration company that cleaned it after the fire. So now we're making decisions on what we feel comfortable using and not using. I had told them after they had thrown some things away that even if it was, unless it was like textile or plastic, that we wanted to make those decisions because we had some sentimental things that we didn't want thrown away. So they brought all that back yesterday, and I had them put it in segments of the kitchen and pantry. So the girls and I opened up most of the kitchen boxes. So even though it was cleaned at the restoration company, it's been in a cardboard box for probably close to a year. So I'm wanting to re-rinse it out. And every step of this rebuild, there has been huge, irritating hiccups. That noise was scary. That big, like, boom, boom.
Oh, it was just the dump truck dumping dirt.
Is it a lot of dirt?
No, but I mean, we just use the top coat to fill those ruts.
So the most recent hiccup is that when they went to do the gas test, it failed, and they don't know why it failed. So we do not have, the pressure test failed.
That means there's a leak in the gas line.
So
which is not full of gas. It's just they do a pressure test on the lines to make sure it will hold the gas, and it failed. So that means we can't put gas in the gas lines yet. What's bad about that? Am I talking over?
No, I'm not interrupting. I'm choosing not to interrupt.
What's bad about that is that you've got horizontal pipes in the attic, but then you've got these down pipes that come down in the wall and behind the oven, and we don't know where the leak is. So hopefully we don't have to tear out fireplace.
But they'll start looking in the attic first?
Well, he said he already tested all the joints in the attic. Okay. So we
don't know what the next step is, but we actually are just prayerful that they'll come. The plumber has been kind of hard to deal with, and so we're just hoping that since this is like not a fun project, that he won't just avoid us and put it off, because we have no hot water. We can't run my beautiful range. So we're still showering and cooking. Also the electricity so it's an electric oven and a gas range. The electricity to it is not hooked up. So we're not cooking over here, which is frustrating. But okay, we'll deal with it. And we're still having to take showers over there in the one shower. Our washing machine was hooked up. There's no hot water, so I'm just running things that aren't like really stinky, that need a hot water cycle. And then our dishwasher came, and Brian said it has its own hot water system, but it said it didn't come with the power cord. So tonight we're gonna go to Lowe's. I've been hand washing everything in cold water, but there's some things that it would make my life so much easier if I could just keep loading the dishwasher to get this whole pile of things done. So today I just took Elizabeth to school. She's there all day. My Evelyn has been helping me. She's a senior at Baylor. She's gonna come over today when her classes are over. Esme is here. She's organizing her room, and Evan wants to be near her, so that's helping me. He's listening to music, sitting on her bed, talking to her while she organizes her room. There's no Wi-Fi either, so that's been challenging. Brian's trying to work. He's working by this window because he can kind of pick up Wi-Fi through the window. Our internet out here in the country is always weird, but the guy was supposed to come on Monday and he got sick with COVID, so he's coming on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So today we also have speech therapy. This will be our first day of speech therapy in this house. Change is typically hard for kids with special needs. I guess all kids in general, but specifically for kids with special needs. If you're new here, my Evan has Down syndrome. He is about to turn 9 next week. His birthday's next week. So the change of moving back into this house has been hard. The different sleeping arrangements have been hard. No Wi-Fi. If he wants to watch a show, it doesn't always load or work. So and we've been all kind of busy with all these projects. So it's been a weird time for him. So hopefully he'll be nice to Miss Stacy and want to participate. Okay, so I bought these. Evan is singing Hakuna Matata in the background. I got these at Sam's online, and they have kind of like a command hook type adhesive here, and they are adjustable. So they're just drawer dividers. Here's the picture to kind of help organize your drawers. So I'm thinking this bottom drawer, I'm going to put the kids' plates and cups in. That way the grandkids and Evan can get their own. But until we get everything unpacked, I'm not going to commit. I'm not going to stick those in yet because I'm not 100% sure if this is our plan. But in theory, this is what we're doing. Okay, my kids are jamming out to some Christian rap in their room. So you hear that in the background. I'm still trying to navigate all these lights. I never have any clue. There we go. Pretty light. What light goes where? So we've been in the house, let's see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's day 6. And it is still utter chaos, which I guess moving, that's the nature of moving. And then our situation was so weird because we're also receiving things from the restoration company that we don't necessarily want. And then every step of the way the last few weeks there was a hiccup. The most recent one was we did not have hot water. They had to start searching for a leak in the gas line, and luckily they just found it. Coleman is needing attention. They just found it today, got that hooked up. Originally they told us we wouldn't have hot water or gas until October, and I could not even fathom it. So, Coleman, go lay down. I'm cooking with my beautiful oven for the first time tonight. Brian was in charge of buying televisions. And just like when you put women in charge of buying chairs, you buy beautiful, comfortable, beautiful chairs. When you put your husband in charge of buying TVs for your bedroom, it's a 65-inch. I don't know if you know how huge that is, but
I mean,
it's ginormous. So he's doing that. The last few days have just been really, really chaotic. My girls have been helpful, bringing in boxes. It has been so strange to like, what are we using? What did I buy? What are we keeping from the restoration company? And then what are we doing with the things that we're not keeping? So some things are labeled as clean. So I am going to pass those along. We're probably going to have a huge garage sale. My girls have taken some things that, maybe they want for their future homes, but anything that was wood in the kitchen, like a wood cutting board or plastic, I have chosen to just toss because, in my opinion, I don't really know how the cleaning process could, from what I've read, really, it gets in, that toxic chemical gets into the porous materials. And so anything like that, I just don't feel comfortable using, and I don't want to pass it along to my girls or anybody else. And then things like my toaster, I just don't know how they said it was cleaned, how they adequately cleaned, because in my pantry, there was soot everywhere. So I'm like, a toaster's, like, I don't buy fancy toasters. Like, I just don't want anybody to get sick. So then we've been tossing all that stuff, it has just been much. I could just ramble and ramble and ramble. And honestly, as much as I want to take y'all along those last few days, I was just keeping my head above water. And then there were some things that I was so thankful to see. It was just way more emotional finally being in here. Like, that dream realized brought so many tears and so much emotion. It still does. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that, like, my daughter, Esme, she has been having to stay with my mom down the street. We didn't share this initially just for safety reasons, but the girls were in a camper on our property. Lizzie's 18 and, Esme's upper high school, so I didn't want to share that online. But now after the fact, so they were here with us, doing life with us, but they had their own, like, separate space. So the other night she was in her room here and had her little Taylor Swift music going, and Brian was like, we're in the same space with our girl. So it's just, you don't even realize when you're just going through a hard trauma, like, how much of your life is actually impacted. Evan has been playing with toys in a way that he'd never played with toys in that small space. He's been creative. He's had more imaginative play. I think we're all just taking, that's Brian drilling the TV into the wall, a breath of fresh air. So I did go to a bunch of stores today to get some random things. I was going to do a grocery haul, but when I got home, we've been doing this. We just got hot water, so running the dishwasher from all the stuff that needs to be used for the first time, or even though it was cleaned, it's been in these cardboard boxes, so there was not a counter space. And then I was like, you know what? I need to pick that up, and we need to eat. So no grocery haul. So I bought these jalapeno sausages at Aldi, and I'm just doing a sheet pan dinner. This is super easy if you're in a bind. Like, it does take time to actually cook in the oven, so I need to get it in. And I'm just adding it's great if you have some peppers that are like getting soft that maybe you don't want to use for anything else, because you're just going to kind of cook them and then broil them. So I'm going to get this going. I'm going to try, this is a new one from Sam's that I bought maybe a month ago, this cowboy butter Kinders. So we're going to try that. I'm actually going to pour myself a small glass of wine. I had been sick earlier in the week, and I'm finally starting to feel better. This may be TMI for some of you, but I have shared before that I struggle with chronic UTIs, and they can be debilitating, and I go to urgent care frequently. I started some all-natural supplements that actually one of my viewers suggested, and I'm thinking that they help, but I was really frustrated that I had spent that money on them and I still got one. So I'm just going to keep using it, but I'm so thankful that today I feel better. You know, when you're trying to do an overwhelming amount of just things and work and then you don't feel good, it's really hard to stay spirit-filled and calm. There was a couple times that I had to apologize to some people because my tone of voice, and I just had to say, you know what, I'm in pain and I'm sorry and please forgive me. So I'm so thankful and feel like now leading into this weekend, I'm really going to be able to push through and get a lot done. So let's get this dinner finished and in the